What if he can?
Once upon a time, two men decided if they were making the cut. And then they made the cut. And now JT and Aaron are talking everything from wrestling to pop culture and beyond. Because it's no holds barred.
Will you back down, turn and run? Or stand up with the best? When your back's to the wall, what will your answer be? Will you run for the door? Will you run out on me like it's hard?
It's no holds barred, brother.
You know, everybody knows that the holds are barred, brother.
Especially here at the WrestleMania.
And I don't care if it's Psycho Sid or my loving brother Owen, whatever it is.
No good son of a bitch to sit Pat Patterson. I'm gonna go bang his wife. All right, so here we are. No holds barred. We're here every Saturday. It's WrestleMania season. We got so much WrestleMania in going on at the North South Connection. I can't even contain myself. We're counting on the top 40 performers. Stay tuned this weekend. You may see a couple of the handsome gentlemen from this here podcast on that, and maybe even the producer will be popping in on one of these as well. Check that out. We're counting every WrestleMania match ever. Ryan and I 402-1 is shorts. Those are under a minute each. And coming up, we're like 2 weeks away, so we'll be kicking off our match previews as well, previewing every single WrestleMania match coming up to WrestleMania 40. So tons of WrestleMania content. It's not going to end. We're going to keep rolling with the good stuff. And tonight on No Holds Barred, where we are once a month, building our ultimate pay-per-view card. And tonight we are doing the all-time WrestleMania card, Aaron.
How many more of these do we have left? We start with SummerSlam, right?
Yeah, so we're getting there. We're closing in.
All right,
Just
all
wait
right.
till we have to do Ring of Honor, though. We'll do that next.
Can we do the Ring of Fire ones?
Johnny Cash, Social Distortion. Anyone else? I don't know if anyone else.
Johnny Cage,
Yes, Johnny Cash.
Scorpion.
All right, you hear some giggling. That's from our producer, Tim, who's here. If you're watching on YouTube, this podcast is simulcast, both audio and video. So be sure to subscribe to both. You know, our goal, we want to hit 500 subscribers on YouTube by WrestleMania. Can you help us get there? If you're watching this, share it, do whatever you got to do. We're almost there.
Not hard. It's not
Help
difficult.
us. Help us help you help us.
Free content.
And don't worry
want?
if you already have, like, if you've already subscribed and liked and everything, Gmail lets you sign up with as many Gmail accounts as you want. So literally just spam it. Like, make
We're happy
a
to
bunch.
cheat.
Yeah, why not?
Hey, win if you can, lose if you must, but always cheat.
Always cheat.
Close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, so don't leave us hanging
That's
too closely to this. All right, so Ultimate WrestleMania card. Here we go. We got to pick one match from every single WrestleMania. We can only use each wrestler one time. One caveat we're going to allow is if there's a Battle Royal competitor, they can also have a match elsewhere on the card. There's way too many Battle Royals at WrestleMania. We can only
Or
use
if
each
they're,
championship once. Go ahead.
I was going to say, or if they're a manager or a special ref,
Yep.
they
That's
can be
okay.
used in a match also.
Yes, and each title can only be used once, so we only get one world title match, one WWE title match. Thankfully for us, WWE's obsessed with championship belts, so there's a million versions of every title. That helps.
Great.
All right, let's get to it. Producer Tim's going to randomly throw out Manias our way, and Aaron and I are going to review the cards and make
We
our
didn't even
choice.
talk about our touchstone match, but I guess we'll just get there.
Fuck it.
Yeah, I mean, well, as we go along, the beauty of it this time is I'm invited on. So as I pop it on the screen, I can also say we're starting with WrestleMania 24.
Easy, right?
JBL.
Nailed it. The Belfast Brawl.
Yeah.
we got to go with the celebrity match, right?
Yeah. Floyd Mayweather, Big Show. I don't see us using Big Show anywhere else. Obviously, Floyd Mayweather is not going to be anywhere else.
Great. To me, the greatest celebrity match of all time.
Yeah. I think it narrowly edges out. And again, if you've been following with Ryan and I's countdown, it narrowly edged out LT and Bigelow. But those are our top two celebrity matches, and they both finished very high.
This just
Floyd.
has so much spectacle going on around it, right?
And I'll say this: LT Bigelow is like a great celebrity match. Floyd Big Show is like a legit great match. Like, it doesn't matter that he's like a celebrity. It's just an awesome match. They do such a good job.
Yeah. And look,
It's
it's
really
no
good.
surprise that the two best celebrity matches of all time, both celebrities are athletes.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Like,
Right. Yeah. And there's, I mean, right, there's other ones too. And actually, I think those are the only two true celebrity matches. Like, I think Bad Bunny might have been higher, like that match, but they had other wrestlers. It was like a tag scenario. Johnny Knoxville, but that was kind of gags. Like, so, like,
yeah.
I guess they're not really the two highest, but they're up there. Yeah, Floyd might have been higher. I'd have to look back, but anyway, I digress. What's next?
For me, it's legit great. I mean, so.
Oh yeah, I think I had it at like 4 when I watched it last, which
Yeah.
is pretty high for a celebrity match.
But up next for you guys, you have an opportunity to give more flowers to another celebrity. What's your thoughts on Snooki? It's WrestleMania 27.
We're obviously taking that one.
Yes,
We're going to take Cole and Lawler, though, right?
oh God, if we're doing a worst WrestleMania card.
I will.
By the way,
quit
you asked when we're
podcast.
done with this. What I haven't told you is that's what we're doing next, starting at SummerSlam, the ultimate shit card for every month.
You know what?
Yes.
That'll be more fun. That'll be more fun than good.
Definitely doing that. We're gonna do the worst
Yeah.
all time from each show.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, 27 is I kind of don't want to use Trish because I kind of want to use well, I think we need Trish later, but also I want to see if we can get that Bad Bunny match in because I really love it. So we'll save Morrison for later.
It's not a lot of picking here. Like,
Orton
really-
Punk. We'll probably need them later.
Or, well, look, Punk, I don't know about Punk. I think Punk's going to get knocked out because his best stuff isn't at Mania. And the stuff we're going to need him, like, we're not going to take him for the WWE title match, right? It's not,
No.
He's not, him and Jericho's not, so that's out. That's probably his second best Mania match. We're probably not using him for the Undertaker, right?
We also
So-
should make a clarification. Are we going to double up on Money in the Bank? I guess we could try not to, but it's going to be hard. If we
Yeah.
want
I
to use
think
the
you
Money in
can
the
count
Bank.
Money in the Bank as a battle royal.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, okay. The other option is Cody and Ray. Like,
All right. So let's think. Do we think there's a chance we may want Cody and Seth from 38? I'm thinking not because I think there's another match from 38. I just mentioned a moment ago that I would have on there.
Right.
We can plug it in now, Tim. I hate to go outside your box here,
No, you're
but
good.
I want to have Johnny Knoxville and Sami Zayn on the card. I mean, I think it's such a fun, crazy ass, unique match. I think having that. I mean, Cody Seth, I guess, is one other option. I think we'll need Austin elsewhere, so I don't think Austin Owens.
yeah.
And then there's also obviously Becky, Bianca, but I think there's other options for Bianca.
Yeah.
I know
No,
Charlotte
I think-
Rousey is kind of divisive.
Look, I think if you're picking something from 38, it's Cody Rollins or Knoxville Zayn.
Yeah. Well, and I'm fine with either, but we got to decide if we. So we either could use Cody or Orton probably at 27. So that's probably. I guess we could do Orton Punk and save Cody in case we wanted to end up doing Cody Rollins in the end.
I think-
But
Do you like Knoxville Zayn that much more than Cody Rollins?
I have it higher rated.
Really?
I know I'm crazy on that one, but
We're not crazy. I get it because it's such a unique, different
Right.
match,
I just
and
think
they
it's
really
brilliant.
well, for what they're doing, they knock it out of the park. Like it's great. Like Cody Seth is just like you get the all-time WrestleMania moment with the comeback and all that too. So
Right.
that's why I'm hesitating. But I
So
actually don't.
pure star rating. I had Becky Bianca at 4.5, Seth Cody at 4, Charlotte Ronda at 4, Johnny at 4.25. So it's my second highest match of the show. And I know
Yeah,
it was
I
a little bit low on I mean, you also got Dom. Oh no, that's 39 Dom, right? So we can save that. Austin Owens would be the other one, but like I said, I think we need to save Austin.
Yeah, and it's not even Austin's best match. I'm at 4.25 for Seth Cody, and I'm at 3.5 for Zayn Knoxville. So
Yeah,
but
I'm fine
I don't
either
need to
way.
base. I don't need to base it on that. I'm happy
Fair
to
enough.
put it there and take out Cody and Ray later. But unless you
Well,
want Ray,
what
Dawn,
else would we use Punk for? I guess if Money in the Bank doesn't disqualify him,
Punk,
the only other
Punk
one would
is
be
not-
Punk Taker, but we're gonna use Taker elsewhere.
We're not using that. Yeah. So why don't we do Punk? Honestly, they both work. Do you want Ray Dom?
Yeah, so we could do Punk. We could do Punk, Orton, Rollins, Cody, Ray Dom. But I want to talk more about 39 because I think 39 has a lot of options.
Yeah, 39's
we
got
get to
some
do that
better
now or
options.
later, whatever you want to do. But I think we should save it because I think it has so many good ones.
Yeah.
That let's see what we need later. Because it's one of
Yeah.
the ones where we have like a bunch of choices to pick from.
Yeah, I agree.
But I'm okay with going with Rollins and Cody for 38. That's okay.
Okay, well, let's do that, and then let's take Orton Punk for 27.
Yeah, I think it helps us more. And I think, to your point, the Cody return is amazing. I love both things equally. So, and you can see.
Yeah, it's actually quite a Sophie's choice on this one because, like, I definitely see the value in Zayn Knoxville.
Well, and it's for much of the crap the long manias get. They at least give us like usually 3 or 4 strong options in this back end years of Mania. You know.
Although it's funny because after I'm not as high on Bianca and Becky, so I find once you clear Knoxville, Zayn, and Cody Rollins, in terms of just straight like star ratings or whatever, for me it all goes way down.
Yeah,
but
39 to me is the I think 39. I'm on the middle of rewatching it now, and it's like that to me is way more than held up. And watching it back, if we do our like ranking the manias again. I have a hard time not putting it like top 3 right now from where I'm at, but we'll see.
Oh, wow.
Okay. What's next, Tim?
We're going to where it all begins. WrestleMania 1.
Oh, damn it.
I said what I said.
Paint the town red. All right. One, so is the women's title, the original women's title, is that the same as the one that comes back in 94? Right, they do bring it back. It's the same lineage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we would not be able... I was thinking of using Lanny Kai and Richter, but then that would preclude us from potentially like Trish Mickey or other stuff.
Yeah. Also, JYD Valentine's Intercontinental. It's not, but...
that's out.
But we're not going to take it anyway. Honestly, I think we're looking at like Bundy Jones.
Well, let me ask you this. Like... We got to probably talk about our world title match, right?
Yeah.
Are we using a Hogan match?
That would be my instinct right away.
Okay.
But
because there's a lot of options with Hogan. Like so,
I know.
Because you got Hogan Rock later.
Hogan Vince.
Oh, I feel like this is one where sometimes we struggle. I feel like we could do like 3 versions of this right now at the same time and like, nail it. All right, let's do Bundy Jones for now.
Okay.
Because that's at least it's quick and it's memorable.
Or we could also, I was going to say we could also do Andre Stud.
No, I want to use, okay. So here's my question.
Well, here's the thing with 6, right? With 6, there's like a big Hogan match in the main event.
It's such a puzzle of like, so we got Hogan Warrior, we got Hogan Andre, Demolition Colossals, like
Warrior Savage.
So I think 6. Oh, my head hurts.
We'll get there.
I can't. I froze.
Okay, let's just do the next one. The next one will unfreeze you. What's
Here
the
we
next
go.
year, Tim?
We'll get a nice little palate cleanse here. WrestleMania 26.
Oh God,
Bret Hart, Vince McMahon.
Save it for next year. This time,
I'm gonna be really good in that. Like,
no worse. Oh yeah, be right to it. All right. So if we're gonna double up on Money in the Bank competitors, should we only be allowed to pick one Money in the Bank match?
I would say so.
That would be better to me. I think we should allow ourselves one Money in the Bank
because it counts. It's a title, right? Like you win something there. So
okay, so can we use that women's match? No, Mickey's in it, so it depends if we want to use Mickey Trish, I guess.
Yeah, I don't want to use Cena Batista as the world title.
Don't want to use Triple H yet, I don't think.
Not against Sheamus.
We may have to take this shitty ass Money in the Bank because I don't know if there's anything else we can take. Unless we don't want to do Mickey Trish, then we could just do the women.
Does the Mickey Trish title, does it like coincide with any big ones later?
I think it's the only, because then we could go back and take Leilani. If we don't take Mickey Trish, we could take Leilani and Richter.
Yeah.
I mean, 22 has other options. Like, it's got Foley Edge.
Oh, yeah. 22's got a lot of great options, so I'm not too worried about that.
I think Foley Edge, honestly, I had that at 5 when I watched it for.
Yeah, it is a 5, but are we going to burn Edge because we have 2 big tag title matches, right? That could involve him.
Yeah, that would kill the Colossals.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
maybe-
let's take the
yeah.
women. Let's take the women.
All right.
It's gonna fuck us. These women one always fuck us. These are the ones we have to change at the end of the episode.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, well, you know the point of the episode where I have my head down like this.
Yeah,
and you
it's
and Jim
because
are
we
talking.
realized that some random,
Yeah.
Layla was in 2 matches somewhere.
Yeah, and I'm just like, let's just end the episode. Remember remember the good times, guys?
Well, we're going to talk about some good times. You've already alluded to this WrestleMania, so let's see if you're actually going to pull the trigger, maybe. We're talking WrestleMania 3.
Why are you doing this to us?
Because it's fun.
All right, so let me ask you. God, there's so many moving parts. So you got Savage Steamboat, which some incorrectly argue is the greatest IC title match in history. But then you got Razor Shawn. But is that where we want to use Shawn? So that becomes that conversation. Because I prefer that. What's your short list of other IC title matches in the mix?
Well, the one that keeps jumping out at me is Gunther, Sheamus, and Drew.
Yeah,
Like,
39's got so many
like,
options.
Like I look, if I were comparing Steamboat Savage to Razor Shawn, I have Razor Shawn ahead.
Mhm.
And it's not a bad match to burn Shawn with.
Right. The
Like,
other options for Shawn are Angle.
Undertaker, but Angle,
Vince.
Angle Shawn, yeah, but those are a bit
Undertaker.
below. Undertaker,
Taker at 25 is the big one.
but Taker, we're gonna keep saying this. We're gonna say things like we're gonna find a Taker match, and then we're gonna end up
Right.
with nothing for him at the end. I mean, Taker for me,
Or do we want Bret Owen at 10? I mean, that's also a path.
yeah. And if we're talking Taker, like I know I don't have as rated as high, but it might be my favorite Taker match, Taker Batista.
Yeah, and we don't want Bret
so
Owen
good.
because we're doing Bret Austin at 13. You can plug that right in now, Tim. I mean, that's
Oh
the
yeah,
greatest
yeah.
match in
Bret
WrestleMania.
Austin at 13.
And you could put Warrior Savage in a 7. I mean, those are the
Yeah.
top 2 Mania matches ever. I mean, and to me, Taker Shawn is probably 3rd. So, like, if you want the top
Yeah.
3 all time, that's your top 3. But 10 drops off. There's other options, but
That means we've lost like 2 5-star matches from 10.
I mean, we could just do Razor Shawn. I think we got to pick between Razor Shawn and Shawn Taker. I mean, we could do Taker Punk. We'd have to go change that Orton one though.
I don't like change. And if now that we're like we've gotten Warrior off the board, we've gotten Savage off the board, we probably want to at least discuss Hogan Andre.
Yeah, because another option for 3 could be Piper Adonis as well. I mean, that's
Yes.
like we're not going to
And it's
probably
a great
use them.
option.
Yeah. So Hogan Andre. Well, let me ask you this: are you dead set on wanting to use TLC at 17?
No.
Okay, or 16?
No. I'm not dead set on honestly, I'm not dead set on anything with this one. Like there's
Because
so many
if
good
we
options.
don't use those tag titles, we could do Edge Foley, Demos, Colossals at 6, Piper Adonis, and then
Rock
we still got to
Austin.
find a world title match.
Well, Rock Austin.
Or no, we got Austin Brett. We could do Hogan
Oh, yeah.
Rock at 18,
Yeah.
and then we can find another world title match. I think it's another great one still in there, but
There's also another good use for Roddy Piper later, too, if you wanted it.
The backlot.
Mm-hmm.
The backlot brawl. How about the Piper's Pit at WrestleMania 21 with Carlito?
I think 12, the opener, is a good choice.
We're not talking about 12.
I know. Well, Tim
You're
brought
just
it up.
all over the place.
Well, we were talking about 3 until you guys jumped around and gave me answers for 7 and 13. So
My Ritalin wore off. I'm all over the place. All right, let's. Oh, I can't. Let's pick another one. I can't do 3 yet. I think we need to see the rest of the puzzle. There's going to be keystone ones we can't go to because there's so many moving parts here.
all right. Well, here's another one that you could possibly slate into your WWE Championship aspirations. It's WrestleMania, not 17, 35.
Okay.
Kofi Bryan, but that's the legacy title, right?
That is the WWF Championship. Yes.
No, I mean, I know you hate me because I keep jumping around. To me, Bryan and Hunter at 30 is the match for Hunter. and Brian.
And Brian.
I think it's his. Yeah, it's his.
That's
top
his best
three.
WrestleMania match.
Yeah.
35 is hard because
Yeah. I mean,
You gave me
Balor
what I
and
want.
Lindsay, but we'd burn the IC if we did that. How about that tag? Which belts are those? If we did Usos,
That's
Black and
these-
Ricochet,
Those are the SmackDown tags.
we could do that.
what about
or the women's?
or what about the women's tag?
Yeah. Or Becky, Ronda, Charlotte, unless we think we're going to use them elsewhere. We probably are, I guess.
We are that because that look, we're gonna go back. 39 is another option for that.
Yeah. Well, and also 36. It's the
Yeah.
only good match on that dumpster fire is Charlotte and Rhea.
So
Yeah,
you
but it's for the it's for the NXT title though.
Yeah.
But it burns Charlotte. Yeah.
So you are in the clear to use this women's tag. I was worried about Natalia, but Natalia is not in the 26 match.
Imagine being worried about Natalia. Let me check real quick and see which I had higher, the men's or the women's here. Just out of curiosity.
The other thing with using the men's tag match is you're
You
going to lose
lose
Sheamus if we want him.
Yeah. Because I had that at 3 3/4, that match. Like, that's a really good match.
Yeah, it is. But like, do you want to? And another like this 35 could have some major impacts on 39 because then you're going to lose.
The IC.
You're going to lose Sheamus. But if you wanted to do KO and Sammy against the Usos, you lose that also.
Mhm.
Right. Yeah, so it's such a lot of rotating parts to like. There's so many paths you could go with these.
It's only 40 shows.
That's it. All right, do the women
39.
for now. Do the women
Let's
for
do
now because
women.
you get the infamous Sasha and Bailey crying on the floor. You get the Iconics winning is actually a pretty cool moment.
Yeah.
But we may come back to that if we don't end up using Sheamus or the Usos. I think that's a good one to potentially put
I mean,
there.
we may. If we don't come back to something at one point, it's going to be a fucking miracle.
I spoiled what was supposed to be next, so I'm changing it up, and we're going to talk WrestleMania 39.
No, save 39.
Okay,
I
so
just
if
think
you're
there's too many
then-
options. I think we
Then
need
it's
to see
WrestleMania
what we need.
17.
For me, it's Vince and Shane. Because if we want to use, we could do Hogan Rock, or you could do Hogan Vince, but I like Hogan Rock, Vince Shane as my 17-18 combo. If we're not going to use the tag.
Yeah. And I think we're going to take Edge Foley. So,
Yeah.
I'm okay with Shane Vince there. Because
Such
we're
a
not
fun
taking.
mess.
Yeah, it's so funny because it's like my least favorite of the Vince WrestleMania like big match, not counting Brett, obviously. But yeah, everybody else is going to be disposed. Everybody else has better options.
Yeah, I think Rock Hogan. Well, Shane Vince Rock Hogan is better than Hogan Vince and then something else from those shows. You know what I mean? Like 18 is kind of shaky otherwise.
Are we counting Hulk Hogan and Hollywood Hogan as the same person?
Two different people.
Yes. No.
Oh, now you're against the movie star not counting as the
No.
Oh my God,
You're
that's
gonna
an
count
old
him as a
grudge.
movie star.
An old grudge.
Hulk Hogan was. He was Thunderlips.
Sure.
He was ripped.
Yes, he was. He sure was. Namesake. We've already got 13 done. So
Yes, call it a
let's
night.
Let's do the inverse and do 31.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I think this is a sneaky world title option.
Yes.
I
But
think
it takes
Reigns,
away
Brock.
Seth.
Yeah,
Well,
true.
hold on. Wait, though. We could probably use Seth in the cash-in. He
Yeah, that's
literally
separate.
wrestled earlier in the night.
Yeah, he can cash in. I don't count that as a match. So I don't know if we want to use our world title there, but I mean, if you look at the early ones, we're kind of out of options.
I think it's our best. It's our best remaining option.
Yeah,
But
the other
but
matches.
It's not really settling either, though. Like it's an incredible.
No, it's an
match.
awesome match. I mean,
Yeah.
the other option is Triple H Sting. We're not going to do, and we're using Hunter Anywhere probably at 30. Orton we've used, Rollins we've used. The IC ladder, if
Somebody's
that's similar
gonna
to Money
miss
in the Bank, I guess. But
Yeah.
and then we'd be stuck with like AJ and Paige and the Bellas.
Well, that's our out if we need it because they're not involved. But I think let's punch this in
booked.
as our world title.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't thought of coming in, but the way everything's
but-
falling. So now I think we can go back to 6. We could do Demos Colossal because we're not going to use Hogan Andre, and that'll be our tag title match.
Well, that's 3. Hogan Andre.
No, but we're not using Andre, so we can use him with the
yeah.
Colossal Connection. And then I think we plug in Piper, Adonis, because we're using Savage Warrior, so we're not going to use Savage
Yeah.
Steamboat anyway.
But then why don't we go back? Oh, you put the Colossals. Okay, good.
Yeah, 6 should be the Colossals versus Demolition.
Yeah. That's our
And then
tag
that-
team match.
And that leaves us with, do we want to do the IC ladder at 10, or do we want to do Sean Taker?
If we do Sean Taker, we can get the match from 39.
Right.
But that's if you want, like, you're really high in 39, so I kind of think you should pick the match, like, because like I don't have the same attachment, right? So
Well, let's leave 10 and 39 alone for a minute. Let's
okay.
and 25. Don't do 25 either. Let's do some other ones and see what else
Sure.
we get to.
Well, next up is the year 2000.
Cat and Terry. It's a go-to every time we do this.
Yeah.
Could this be our first ever match that'll be on both the good card and the bad card?
Every match on this card could do that. We could
We
do
could-
China and Too
TNA.
Cool versus the Radicals.
Yeah, I don't. Do you think we'll use Eddie? No, we're not going to use Eddie. Eh?
No, because in 20 he's in the world title match.
Yeah, 17 he fights. We're using a different match.
18 we're using he's not even at 18. 19, I don't think we're going to use that triple threat. And,
No.
and I don't think 21 we're going to use Eddie and Ray.
No.
If I can tug on your heartstrings for one match only,
Okay.
I will use my producer veto here, only to get Ice-T to scream "Godfather's in the house, bitch." Take Bull Buchanan and the Big Boss Man versus D'Lo and the Godfather.
Yeah, but
How
then we
about we
can't
just
take
have-
Boss Man Taker.
Because hoes start running when they see my car, Aaron.
Well, what if we just have him do a performance and the Godfather dances with the host and then they leave?
It's not the same.
I mean,
look,
I like that. Too Cool match is legit good. And it gets China on at the peak of her powers.
Right, but are you going to use Boss Man or D'Lo or Godfather?
Well, it doesn't matter, though. We're going to use the other
it's
ones.
not- I get it. Yeah. I don't.
So I have that Too Cool match at 3.5, which is like tied for the best match on the show with the main event.
This
Fucking
version of the
faint praise.
Radicals, this is Benoit,
No, it's
Or no,
Eddie,
this is
Dean,
Eddie-
and Saturn.
Eddie, Dean, and Saturn.
Let's do that. I love you, Tim, but we're going to do that. It's a better
I tried,
match. It's a much
Marcus. I
better
tried.
match. Godfather
Alright.
and Ice-T can perform to start the show.
if we get stuck with the Radicals, we'll come back and we'll take it.
Yeah, Eddie's the only one. I mean, we're not going to get stuck with Saturn and Malenko, but
Wow, you say that now.
I think it's good to get. I think China in 2000 she belongs on the show, and
Are
Too
you-
Cool
are
is
you
super
gonna-
over.
But are you going to treat her like a woman?
Or don't treat her like a man. Just treat her how she is.
Has anyone
You
ever figured
treat her
out
like
what the
you know
fuck
her?
that song is trying to say?
Wow.
And a bazooka.
Oh, the China
Strong
bazooka was so good. Speaking of things that are really good, it'll give you a chance to solidify what's up next. Finally pull the trigger on WrestleMania 22, please.
The one thing I wanted to say about WrestleMania the 2000th, Kane and X-Pac versus, X-Pac and Road Dogg versus Kane and Rikishi. Are those
Exactly.
guys who made, like, are we going to use Kane elsewhere? Because that you get Pete Rose and you get Rikishi's mega over. You get X-Pac on the card. We're not going to use X-Pac Shane at 15 if we're using Vince Shane. Or we could do, yeah,
Where's Billy Gunn?
the one.
Why don't we leave it for now?
Okay. Well, again, 15 now is maybe, I wasn't thinking about Shane X-Pac when I picked Vince Shane, so we may have to tinker with that a minute, but because 15 doesn't have a lot, unless we do Butterbean Bart, which I like. We could just do
Yeah,
that.
that's what we're doing for 15. You might as well
All right.
punch that in now.
Put it in, Tim. Good. That's a fun moment.
Yeah. a man getting murdered on TV. That doesn't happen every WrestleMania.
That reaction is everything. The ooze of the
JR
crowd is
snickering.
everything.
I've never seen anybody's head move that fast.
Oh my god. The replay on the screen when the crowd is like, oh, it's so good.
It's so good.
And it showed the clear divide between the real fighter.
Oh
and the
yeah.
pretend
That's not
fighter.
even close.
Yeah. It's like what's
but-
going to happen to Jake Paul in the summer.
Talk about getting set up to fail.
That's right. But 22, you guys were dancing
Oh, yeah.
around Edge and Mick Foley.
Yeah, put
That's
it
the
in.
one. Probably the
It's
most
like a
violent
sneaky
WrestleMania.
that's where you build the depth for this card. It's like, oh, we got all the big matches. Oh, by the way, we got another 5-star match, like 9th down the fucking card.
But that's actually the story of WrestleMania 22.
Right.
Like, that's why it's such a great show, because you're like, okay, you got the top matches, and then everything in the undercard hits too, and it's
Yeah.
like, to me, that was the ultimate going into the show with low expectations show.
Mhm.
Like, I don't know, and then whoa, like,
Yeah.
wait,
Next up, WrestleMania 14.
Know who you're talking to?
Taka
Yeah.
or Miro
Miro.
Staple, Goldust Luna.
I'm kind of leaning that.
Yeah,
I will throw out one match here. That's at least worth a conversation. We haven't used Undertaker yet. Him and Kane is a pretty good spectacle for the first time fighting in the show.
You don't
But
wanna
again, we
use
haven't
the WrestleMania
decided on.
20 match.
Nah. I mean, that's a cool entrance, but
Yeah.
I mean, unless there's other Taker stuff still to come. One thing we haven't talked. Well, I guess we can't use Taker Brock, right? Because we're using Brock at 31.
Yeah. Look, I think Taker, we're either angling towards Taker Batista or Taker Punk and changing 27, I think.
All right, or Taker Sean still is on the table.
Or Taker Sean. Yeah.
All right, so then do you want to plug in Mero for now and then Taker Kane
I
is
think
like
that's
possible?
yeah, I think that it's a different card. I remember everybody being really impressed with Sable. Like,
Yeah.
Sable's one of the top stars in the promotion at that point. Like to your point about China at 2000, like Sable was
Right. Yeah,
At
so
least on
over
par
at
with that.
14.
Yeah.
Let's see you put your money where your mouth is. Up next, WrestleMania 23.
Is it the best world title match?
I
Like,
think
is there any other ones we may want to have?
No, because it's so funny because every time I'm looking at the cards with the world title, like I'm disappointed by what I see. Like
Well,
the
there's one that-
only other
Good.
yeah, Benoit, you're talking about Benoit, Triple
Yeah.
H, Sean, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm happy to not have Benoit on the card.
Yeah, and you get, I mean, Sean and Triple H have other great stuff. It's not like we have to squeeze them in there. So,
Yeah.
but yes, that's the only other one that jumps to my mind. Mysterio, Angle, Orton, like in a world is like really good, but we're already using those guys.
Yeah. This is better than that. This match to me is like it might be the best sprint world title match with two guys just going out and killing each other, right?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. You really don't have to sell me on it. It's fantastic. Yeah, let's go with it. Let's use Taker here. I think it's a good spot for him.
So then let's plug in Sean Razor.
Yeah.
Because if we're not going to use Sean,
let's talk about 21 real quick.
okay.
Because we got Sean
yeah.
Angle, but I do think 21 should be our Money in the Bank because I still think it's the best Money in the Bank.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, that's right. And because it's the Money in the Bank rule, the double booking doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Let's do that. Let's do Money in the Bank 21 and then Sean Razor 10.
Yeah.
Hey, and Benoit found his way on the card. That's really nice of you guys.
Oh, fuck. Take it off.
Well, now, are you good with not doing Gunther, Sheamus, and Drew?
Yes, because I think number one, 39 seems to have a lot more options than that. And I think I'd probably have both matches at 5 stars.
Yeah.
But that latter match is so influential and so different. And
Well, and I think you nailed it on the head in that we can still grab another 4.5+ star match from 39. At
Easy.
10, we can't. At 10, we can't. So, like,
the tag match.
yeah.
The
So
Quebecers.
I went 5 on Sean Razor too. So yeah, I mean, I'm perfectly fine with it.
It's one of those matches that I think people look back and then they compare it to
Right.
like ladder matches after the fact. And it's almost not fair considering what they were setting out to accomplish. The other thing I love about that match is it's a brutally violent ladder match.
Yes.
Like there's not really a lot of flips or like they're just trying to hurt each other. And I appreciate that.
Yeah. I watched it not that long ago, probably within the last year, and I was still at a 5 on it.
Yeah.
I was at 5 on Brett and Owen as well. So both of them hit for me.
Yeah.
All right. What do we got next?
Incredible.
You've already taken WrestleMania 7 off of our list, so JT, I'm gonna put you in a real bad headspace really quick.
Fucker.
The originator of the 2-night WrestleMania, WrestleMania 36.
All right. So Charlotte Rhea is like probably the easy choice, but Charlotte Rhea at 39
It's amazing.
is, 39 keeps kind of getting the ointment here on all these. So I had Charlotte Rhea at 39 at 4 3/4.
Yeah, I think I have it like that too. And this one's like at 4.
Yeah.
I have a wonky suggestion for this one.
Yep.
My suggestion is Bray Wyatt and John Cena.
My suggestion is just
Firefly.
not to have anything from it.
But I actually legit really love that Firefly Funhouse match. Like, I don't know if we're gonna. I don't think we'll use Bray anywhere else. I don't know if
No.
we're gonna use Cena like anywhere else.
I know. He's got a weird
Because-
Mania resume.
Yeah, but Bray and Cena, it's like it's weirdly creative. It's very different. Like I think when I compare that to like the Boneyard match, like the Boneyard match for me is like two guys walking around just punching each other and people
Mhm.
filming it, which is why I didn't really like it that much. But this, it was like, oh, there's these weird head games going on. It's strange, but it's all within the character. I thought it was like the best use of someone like Wyatt. Like if you're gonna have that character who's
Right.
plays those head games, like have that. When they announced it, I didn't know what the fuck to expect, but I couldn't believe how much I loved it. So that might be an option for. There's others. We
Yeah.
could
I
do
mean,
Elias
the other
beforehand.
good matches of that show are Owens and Rollins, but we're using
Edge and
Rollins,
Orton.
Edge Orton, and then Morrison, Jimmy Uso, Kofi.
You really don't
and
remember
then-
Edge Orton.
No, I know it's terrible. And then Zayn and Brian is kind of cool in a weird way, but we're going to use
But it's
Brian
IC.
differently. Oh,
It's
yeah, that's
IC.
IC. Yeah.
Yeah.
Otis
I'm fine.
Dolph. Otis
Yeah,
Dolph
Otis
is a
Dolph.
fun moment.
Yeah. Let's do Wyatt Cena for now. If we find out that we need Cena, we can come back and
Yeah.
flip it. The problem with
Plus,
Cena
like-
is it's all title matches. So it's like,
I know.
yeah, I mean, if we're not using him in the world title matches, like you can't, there's not a lot of other options.
Yeah.
Oh, my mouse.
Right?
is
How many
so
non-title
slow.
Mania matches does he have? 29. Him and
Well,
Rock.
we could use him for. We couldn't use him for the U.S. at 20 at 20 because
No, 'cause we got Big Show.
Big Show. 21, it's not great. 22.
Yeah,
we're
but
using
21,
for the-
22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27,
27.
28 are all, or no, 28 is our world title. So 28 would be the only one where we're using Rock.
Yeah.
And then the stupid thing with Taker at 34, we're not going to use that.
Yeah.
And then you got him and Rusev,
U.S.
which we could do
title.
with 31, but we already have 31 taken.
Yeah.
33 is him and Miz. Like that's
Mixed
another
tag.
option. But I want to use Miz maybe at 37.
And you can't use that match because Maurice is off the board.
See, it's always that shit.
And then that's pretty much it, right? So
And you
we're
got
not gonna use
Cena Wyatt
Theory.
at 30 as well.
Yeah, but this is the better version. The other
This
reason I
is-
like a match like this on the card is that it's so different than everything else and can
Yeah,
be
yeah.
used to like buffer a bit.
Yeah.
You
okay.
didn't want to do John Cena Austin Theory?
As much as I love that match, that's my favorite WrestleMania opener ever. No, I froze my brain for a minute because we've been trending toward Triple H Bryan at 30, but I think we need to have a conversation about 34 because that tag with Rousey is like, I think the best match on that show. And if we use that there and use Bryan elsewhere, like, does that help the card in any way?
I don't think we have an option to use Bryan elsewhere in a way that's good.
Yeah. The only problem with
Um,
34 is I think Charlotte,
It's hard.
Asuka, and then Rollins in the opener are like the only other good matches. We're doing 34 now, Tim. Sorry.
It's fine.
Yeah.
We could do the Bludgeons, New Day, and Usos.
Yeah. Yeah, because
That's
where
an
else could
easy
Brian
out there.
go? I mean, again,
Nowhere.
yeah.
Because look, he's at 27. We're not taking that one because we're already doing the world heavyweight. 28. Oh, sorry,
Well,
excuse me, 28.
I
You
want to throw
could do
28 out there, but we
You want-
lose
would-
Batista Taker.
Yeah, like I don't hate the moment like some people do, but I don't know if I'd want to trade Batista Taker for it.
World heavyweight and universal title are two different titles.
But those are the same title. It's world
Those are the
heavyweight for
same.
both.
No, it's not.
Yeah, Brian
Sheamus
Sheamus is the world.
Brian's the
you were
world
talking,
heavyweight.
I'm sorry. I was thinking you were talking about 37 with Roman, but you got the cash in at
We're already
31.
using Roman.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're already using Roman.
and Edge.
And
The other option would be what's that? So yeah, we got 29 we could do. Dolph and Big E versus Hell No.
But why? Like,
Well, that would
honestly,
be
like
so if you had to weigh Triple H Brian plus whatever from 34 or the Ronda tag and that Hell No plus something else from 30. Is there anything else from 30?
Battle Royal.
Yeah, I mean that's probably the best battle royal ever. in WrestleMania
But
history.
I look, I'm gonna put my cards on the table. I think Brian Triple H is a 5-star match.
No,
and
I know, me too. Yeah.
And I actually think when I rank them, I have it ahead of Bret Owen, which I know is insane, but it's like one spot ahead because I find the match quality very similar, like in terms of the actual match, but the stakes and the crowd is just so much higher.
No, I mean I have it at 5 as well, so I'm just trying to balance it, but like the problem is you look at 34. I guess you could use the Bludgeons. There's like nothing else unless we do Nia, Alexa. Yeah. If we want to use the SmackDown Women's, I don't know if we're going to need that.
No, because I keep hedging the SmackDown Women's for 39, but maybe we're going to find something else on there.
Yeah,
maybe we should set.
Well, what's AJ Knock? What title is that? Is that the Legacy title?
That's the WWE. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, let's use the Bludgeons, New Day, Usos, because I don't think we're going to. Well, let's talk. It comes back. Anything comes back to 39.
Why don't we just
do have KO?
Yeah, why don't we just do 39? So, look, 39, I think the choices now are there's not a lot now, unless you want to do Snoop Dogg. No, I think it's Rhea Charlotte or KO Zayn Usos.
Right. So if we do KO Zayn,
that'll kind of color what's going to happen at 34, because if we take KO Zayn against the Usos, we can take Charlotte Asuka from 34, which I think is legit great. Right. I don't think it's as good as Rhea Charlotte. Rhea Charlotte is so good, though.
Right. So we have to weigh KO and Sammy and the Usos with Charlotte Asuka, or the Bludgeons tag with Charlotte Rhea. I think it's the Usos with KO because, like, when you look at those great. All right. So for me, I have Charlotte Asuka at 4.
Yeah.
And the Bludgeons at 3.
Yeah.
And then at 39, I have Charlotte Ray at 3 3/4.
3 3/4.
4 3/4. And I have KO and Sammy at 4.5. So if you add them together, the Charlotte Rhea Bludgeons is 7 3/4. KO is 8.5 with Charlotte Asuka. If you want to purely go by that.
Yeah. So here's mine. So I have Charlotte Rhea from 39 at 4.5. Yeah. I have Usos against Zayn and Owens at only 3.5. And I think it's because I found that match just way too fucking long.
It is
for what it was.
And the kicks at the end.
Yeah. It just felt like, okay, come on. Like, and I think
part of it is like, to me, the story is like, I know you're out on kind of the back end bloodline stuff, but like, it's such an important match in that story and the way it built to it. And like Owens and Zayn coming back together to take on like, it does have like a lot more to it. Whereas the other matches to me are like just kind of matches.
Well, not Rhea Charlotte at 39, because Rhea Charlotte at 39 is the revenge match, right?
Yeah.
Like she provoked Charlotte the first time. Charlotte came down to NXT and beat her. Rhea had the whole build. She won the Rumble, but the person she'd never beaten was Charlotte, right? So I think
Have
that
we
is.
Did we end up using Ray yet?
No, you still have Ray and
No.
Dominic on the board.
You could
too.
use Ray and Dominic also.
So we could do Ray Dom, then we could do the Bludgeons, and then we could do Charlotte Rhea from 36. We'd lose the Funhouse, but
Yeah,
I don't know if the
but
card gets better or worse that way. Probably worse.
I think Rhea Charlotte is probably the greatest women's match of all time on the
Yeah, we
main
should put it on the
roster.
card. Then we should have it on the card.
Yeah, like I mean, would you disagree with that?
No.
Because to me that makes sense. Because I think Becky and not Becky, Bailey and Sasha from the original NXT at Brooklyn is probably better. But this is like, I don't know. Like I loved it.
Yeah, I mean the other option, like, what is Sasha Bianca at 37? I know I'm higher.
That's
on
the
that
Raw Women's title at 38, or Sasha Bianca.
37. Sasha
At
Bianca
37.
37.
Sasha Bianca is the SmackDown Women's title.
Okay,
So
so
that's
we
the
can't
same
use
title
that.
as this one.
Yeah. Okay.
Correct.
So that's out. But I kind of want to use Bad Bunny anyway at 37.
Okay.
I think that's
Although
such
there's a
good match.
great US title match at 37.
Sheamus a Riddle. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and a great world title match too. Now that I'm looking at it,
Lashley and Drew. Yeah.
I love that match. Yeah, but it's not better than what we have. So
No, we could do Sheamus Riddle. I like that Bad Bunny match a lot.
no, I'm happy to put that in.
But
if
I
you
do
want.
feel bad
yeah.
that we're not really using Sheamus right now, and he's got so much good stuff.
But if we keep Rhea Charlotte here, then that means at 34 we're taking the Bludgeons, right?
I think it's the only option. Either that or yeah, I think that's it. The only other, yeah, that's it. I don't think there's anything else unless we want to lose Brian and do the Triple H tag.
I don't, but if you want to, I'm open.
No. I think we could have Brian Triple H. I think it makes it a stronger card.
Okay. And underrated element of the Brian Triple H is how fucking great Stephanie is in that match.
Yeah.
As his second. Like she is
Right.
such a great heel manager in that match. Like, and it's the only one. Like
Yeah.
she's not bad in other ones, but in this one, she's like great. Get him, baby. Like, yeah, like all that shit. Like, man. This was 1999. She'd be going through a table.
Next up for us, WrestleMania 33.
All right, we haven't used the Hardys yet, right? But are the Usos in that match or no?
They're not.
No,
Oh, okay.
Sheamus is though.
And Sheamus. Have we used that tag, those belts at all? Raw tag? No, right?
no.
That's my pick.
They're not
You
the-
get the Hardys.
they're not
The
the-
Hardys return is like an all-time moment. I think you gotta have that on there.
I'm good, but did we not? Is not the same title at WrestleMania 6?
Let me take
It's
a
the same
look.
color. It's the same color.
Yeah, let me take a look just to make. Let me just make sure.
Fucking prick.
The Raw Tag Team
He's
titles.
colorblind.
I believe the Raw Tag. The Raw Tag Team titles have the lineage of the 2002 SmackDown Tag Team titles.
Perfect. Let's do it.
So the Colossal Connection match stays, and we can still have this match.
Wait. What about the Bludgeons and New Day then?
That's the SmackDown tag titles, and that's the lineage from the Rhino Heath
The new
Slater
ones they made
versus
in
the
16.
Usos.
Good.
Yep.
Great. So then the original tag titles, the lineage.
Hang on, let's celebrate. Let's celebrate.
Look at all I've got. But to make a plan.
Yeah, they just pretty much I guess they eventually just went away. They got consolidated, right? When they put them together, like
Yeah.
the fucking colognes or whatever, consolidated them.
The Colons, yeah,
Colon.
they became the unified tag team champions.
Right. Nothing says unity like your colon.
That's right.
This unifies all the shit. together.
Have you guys gone out of order on me so much? You did. Okay, so 18 is already booked. So we're going back near the beginning. WrestleMania.
Oh, so we're getting the Hardys in. I want to finalize that. We get the Hardys
we already
moment.
had it. We
It's
had
an
it.
all-time moment. I want to soak it in for a minute. It's an all-time
ahead.
moment. It's worth being on this card, and we get Sheamus on the card. Okay.
I
roll
wonder
on.
who. I love the way they did it. Like the way you're like, oh fuck, it's just gonna
Yeah,
be
yeah, just
New Day
them.
joining.
It's just them. Yeah.
Yeah.
But even
The,
then, like the New Day joining was still like a really big deal because they weren't on the cards. Like,
Right.
oh, of
Yeah.
course it's the New Day.
And the crowd going crazy for Hardy doing the delete. Delete, the whole crowd doing it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
oh, everybody watches TNA. Everybody gets it.
I mean, the other options are Styles, Shane, but we're using Shane. And then KO Jericho, which is fine. But
That's a good secondary option if we needed it because it gets
Yeah.
both those guys on the card.
I mean, Brock
that's the match-
Goldberg is also awesome.
Yes.
But
World heavyweight.
Yes, it is.
If you want it. Yeah.
That's 5 stars, baby.
we don't have Brock yet, right?
We do
Yeah, we
31.
do. He's in the world title.
Oh, right. Good. Okay.
We
So
will
everyone
have
said, oh,
Goldberg.
shit. We don't have Bill Goldberg, that no good son of a bitch. All right,
You would-
WrestleMania
you
2.
Two?
Piper T is a good one, but we're using Piper at 3.
Battle
We could do
Royal
the-
is a good
yeah.
one.
I say we could use the Battle Royal or Funk's JYD Tito, which is great.
Oh, I love that. That's my favorite match on that card.
Let's do that.
Yeah. That's such a weird, like sneaky, like, oh yeah, these guys are all great.
Well, and Tito belongs on the card. I mean, he's like such a WrestleMania stalwart in the early years.
Right. Well, I've already broken JT's heart with WrestleMania 36, and now I'm going to break Aaron's heart with the 25th anniversary of WrestleMania.
So WrestleMania 26, we already did it.
No, the 25th anniversary of WrestleMania. Smile.
That would be WrestleMania 26. Okay.
All right. I wish we could do Jericho versus the Legends, but we'd lose Piper Adonis.
Oh yeah.
We could do Ray and oh no, that's the IC.
Miss
hate to break it to
WrestleMania
you.
Battle Royal.
What else is available at 3?
Let's take a look.
Is there something else we could do and then do that Legends?
Nexon versus Bob Orton and Don Morocco. Bundy and the Little People versus Hillbilly Jim and the Little People.
We do
That's
Honky
a good one.
Jake.
Honky Jake as well.
Jake on the card.
Well, you don't want to do
So
Jake
funny with
Root at
these.
4?
I would prefer not to.
Yeah, I mean, I would say for 3, it's either Jake Honky or if you want to get the midgets because it's a super memorable.
But then we'd
Mania
have to change WrestleMania 1.
Oh, that's right.
But whatever, that's not a problem.
No, I'm fine with it. But do you think Piper Adonis? So the options are Piper Adonis with the Miss WrestleMania Battle Royal, or Jake Honky with the Legends versus Jericho, and that gets Jericho on the card.
I think the first option sounds better, but the second option gets Jericho on the card.
The Miss WrestleMania Battle Royal is real fucking bad. It's like rushed.
I know.
They barely talk about it. It's got stupid Santina, which is like terrible.
And it's got that horrible Kid Rock concert in front of it.
It's bad.
Well, that's what ruined it. But do get Kid Rock on the card?
Nice guy, Kid Rock.
Unless we're not gonna unwind and do Taker Sean. We know that at this point. So,
No.
I think I'm a fan of doing Jericho, Snuka, Steamboat, Piper. It gets Steamboat on,
I'm
it gets
fine.
Jericho on.
Let's
I
do
love
it.
Piper Adonis, but I think that Legends match is really good. You get Flair in there. You get because I don't know if we're gonna get Flair in the card.
It's
So
we're not. It's hard to get Piper Adonis off though, because it's such a great blood feud.
I know.
But we got to make
What
it
do you
work.
Well, we could still make it work and just do the Battle Royal. So I mean, if you really think Piper Adonis is like a much better, like, is that of the 4 the one you want the most? I don't care. Like, if we just want to do the Miss WrestleMania, it doesn't matter.
Nah, let's do Jericho, Snuka, Steamboat. It gets Steamboat on the card too, which I know seems stupid, but like,
Well, and Flair and
yeah,
the Mickey Rourke thing was hot. Like, that was actually a good feud too, coming in with the wrestler and all that shit.
yeah. Let's do that.
Okay.
And Jake that's like a good feud too. I mean, you get Alice Cooper with all that shit with the Snake and Jimmy Hart.
I like Jake Honky. I think it's good, and it gets those guys on the card.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's where we start to get funky.
Start.
WrestleMania 32.
Oh, come on.
Hell in a Cell.
You see, this is where we should use Jericho.
Yeah. Or Rock Rowan.
We have the Rock.
I'm like, yeah, I mean, we don't really have another option, right? Because we're using New Day or the Bludgeons.
Yeah.
Unless we
Brock.
don't count. Who's in that ladder? I know Cody is. Is that like a money? I guess we already have money in the bank though.
It's Intercontinental too.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
it's
I see.
Intercontinental.
All right, unwind. Let's do Jericho, AJ, Piper, Adonis, and Miss
And,
WrestleMania.
Miss WrestleMania. Although, if we wanted, we could undo that more. I don't know if we have a choice, but the Money in the Bank at 25 is really good too.
Yeah, I mean 21. Well, what else does 21 have?
21, we'd be Mysterio Guerrero.
And you
Yeah,
still haven't
it's
used Ray.
Yeah.
And Eddie's in that match at 2000 where you can get Ice-T screaming Godfather's in the house, bitch.
I'm not backing off on that one. I mean Kurt, Sean, but we have Sean plugged in at 10.
What was the other
Yeah.
thing I'm changing?
I think Money in the Bank at 21 is the best of all of them. I think that's like the best Money in the Bank match ever. Still.
I agree. It's the best one. I was just bringing up 25 because it is good. Like,
I
it's
know.
not like the one at 26.
No. Let's leave it like this.
All right.
I'd rather have the one at 21 in there.
Okay.
Me too.
Next up, WrestleMania 19.
The Miller Lite girls.
Wow. How about Ray and no, we can't use Matt. Fuck. Trish, Victoria, Jazz, I guess. Have we used the women's title yet? I don't think we have, right?
No.
We're not going to use Trish, Mickey. I mean, do you want to look at 17? Oh, no, we can't use Hogan anyway. We'd have to undo 18.
Yeah.
I mean, we could do Angle, Kane. So you could do Hogan, Vince, Angle, Kane, and then Angle,
No, you can't
Benoit. No, wait, never mind.
Yeah, but then you're cutting out Rock Hogan.
No, I know. This is what I'm saying. You could do Hogan, Vince. You could do Angle, Kane at 18. And then at 17, you could do, I guess, the gimmick battle royal if you wanted to.
Got a lot of battle royals in this card. I think we should probably just take the women.
Yeah. The only thing that would change is we could do Leilani and Wendy, but whatever. If we didn't use the women here, you could use that at 1.
Right. I think taking the women here gets us out of trouble.
Does indeed for now. Let's go 10 years into the future. WrestleMania 29.
Henry and Ryback. Is that what it is?
Yep.
That, no, is that, yeah. That's the easy one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or if do we end up using Jericho? We haven't yet. Oh yeah, we did with Styles. Okay. Yeah.
Go back a year. WrestleMania 28.
Who's in this?
The one that jumps out is the Kelly Maria Menounos, but does that conflict with the 26?
It conflicts with 26. Both Beth and Kelly and Eve Torres are all in that match.
All right, who's in the Team Johnny Teddy? Have we used everyone in there? Is that Big Show in that stupid match?
Let me take a look.
He's in every.
Dave Otunga's in it. That's when everybody had like 5 seconds in the ring. And Dave Otunga chose to flex for his portion.
I was thinking Big Show's in it, but I might be thinking of the core match.
I think you might be. So Team Johnny, David Otunga, Dolph Ziggler, Drew McIntyre, Jack Swagger, Mark Henry. He's in it. So that's out.
Well, keep going though. Who else? Because we can maybe
The Miz, Teddy Long, Kofi Kingston, Great Khali, R-Truth, Santino, and Zack Ryder. So literally the only person is Mark Henry.
Miz,
So
yeah.
you
Kofi.
where do we have
Miz?
Miz?
37.
Kofi,
The Bad Bunny match.
Kofi's
Okay.
in the Bludgeons, right? Too, right?
Yes.
Is that him? Is it Big E and Kofi in that match?
I'll have to look again. I think it is though. That's WrestleMania 34.
Yeah. I think the easiest path is going to be Maria and see if we can fuck with 26 at all.
It's Big E and Kofi at 34.
Yeah. Okay.
We could do Maria and then do Mysterio Punk in 26.
We'd have to change Punk Orton.
Oh, yeah.
And I think 27 we're stuck. I don't think there's anything else unless we went back to Cody and Ray.
Right.
And then back to Sammy. I mean, we could do Cody Ray and then Sammy Knoxville,
Right.
and then do Ray. Oh no, we can't do Ray Punk and Ray Cody. Never mind.
Got Cole Lawler sitting right there.
We may have to.
I
Did
know.
we-
I know.
Did we already dump the Orton match?
Well, so if we dump Orton Punk, we could do.
Do
Oh no,
Punk-
we can't even
let's
do
do-
Legacy because of Cody.
If we jump Orton Punk, we could do Punk Taker at 29, but then we'd have to change the World Heavyweight title
No, why?
because
See-
right now the World Heavyweight
Taker,
title is Taker
Batista.
Batista.
I think
then-
Cole Lawler is the easiest. I think doing Cole Lawler at 27 and Mysterio Ray at 26, and then at 28 we do the women is the easiest path here.
Yeah,
And we don't
that's
lose that much. We don't really lose anything
No.
in doing that.
No, I agree. Oh, I mean, we
But what-
lose up minutes of our lives.
I think
watching
Ray and Punk is what not that far off from Orton Punk. I don't feel like.
It's the same. To me, it's the same. Like it's a lateral move. It's just we're taking Cole Lawler, but
So 26 is Ray Punk.
yeah.
27 is Cole Lawler.
How did it make the fucking card?
You knew it was going to happen. There's no way around it. At least it gets Lawler on the card. And then 28 is the women, the Maria Menounos shit in her pants. Pulling a Sid.
Fucking, he's off the fucking Souvlaki.
Okay.
Oh, I could go for a good Slovaki.
All right.
The one-
Next up is WrestleMania 11.
LT Bigelow.
L2 Bigelow.
Easiest one of the night. It's not even a
Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
I'm not even looking at the
Oh,
card.
Allow me to also. Well, I was gonna say Luger Bulldog and Blue Brothers,
Yeah,
but
you
I think
could.
we're gonna need the Bulldog for something. I think.
Next up,
12.
WrestleMania 4.
That's where we're gonna need the Bulldogs.
Oh, I was gonna say 12. I think we might need him at 12. I think we need that opener. Owen and Bulldog and Vader versus. Oh no, we're using Jake. We'd have to change Jake. Let's look at 12 quick because I don't know if there's another option.
Well, 12 is up next. So
All right, let's just do that because I think we might have to change that Jake match.
Oh, at 3.
Oh no, we didn't use him because we went back to Piper Adonis. So I
Yeah.
think we need to use that opener from 12. I don't think there's any way around it.
Unless we do Piper Goldust,
And Jake
Here.
Honky.
Jake Honky, and then the Bulldogs against the Islanders with
Is that
Bobby
better?
and Coco.
So is that better than Piper Adonis, the opener, and then what else from 4? I mean, 4 is there's a ton of matches on 4.
Yeah,
Doug
but
and,
there's
we
not
could
a
do
ton-
Doug and DiBiase. Like that's not bad.
we do Dino Bravo, Don Morocco. You know, there's like we have options, but this match is like an interesting 6-man with a backstory of a
Right.
dog napping. The
Is
walking around
DiBiase
with-
going to get on? Not that he has a great Mania resume, but are we going to not have him on?
He's probably going to get on WrestleMania 5.
No, there's a better one at 5 we can use. Well, depending on how 12 goes.
Yeah. Oh, I know it.
We also could do Brainbusters Strike Force at 5 if we change to the Battle Royal at 2.
Right. But then poor Tito's got to get turned on. We bring him here just to fucking turn on him and beat his ass by a Frenchman.
All right, so we have a few options. We got 12. We use the opening 6-man.
Yeah.
That would give us. You don't have to write this in, Tim. I think this is just a possible path. So you
Okay.
could do the opener at 12, DiBiase Duggan, Piper Adonis, and then you could do Buster Strike Force and the NFL Battle Royal. That's one path. The other is Jake Honky, Islanders, and Bobby, Piper Goldust, and then probably we could do Perfect Blazer.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel it's a wash.
Yeah.
So why don't we make it whatever's easiest for us right now? since it's a wash.
Well, what's the most important match of all those to have? I think it's probably Piper Adonis.
It's Piper, but right up with it is Piper Goldust.
Goldust. Yeah, but the second half of Piper Goldust, I think, drags it down.
Yes, I would agree.
So I would say
we already
Piper,
have assuming. Okay, so let's keep Piper Adonis. Let's do the
Piper
6 man
Adonis.
at 12.
Yeah.
And then 4
is Duggan DiBiase. I think that's like the next best available match. Or Valentine Steamboat, because we didn't use Steamboat, right? That's another good one. One of those two, I'd say.
Yeah.
We did
let's
use
do
Steamboat.
No, we didn't. We changed it because he was in the
in the Legends
celebrity
match,
match.
but we
Oh,
changed
that's
it.
right. That's
Switched
right.
it. Yeah. Let's do Valentine Steamboat.
Okay. All right. So then you want to talk 5 versus 2. So would you rather have Funks, JYD, and Tito versus like DiBiase, Beefcake, or Herc, Haku, or Bravo, Garvin, Rooster, Bobby, or we could do Buster, Strike Force with the NFL Battle Royal, or something like
Do we have
Christian
on-
Volkov.
Do we have we have Andre on the card? Yeah, the Colossals.
Yeah.
I
think I like Strike Force Busters better than
and then do the Battle Royal at 2.
I think that's 2 bigger matches, and we don't have to slog through Beefcake DiBiase.
And already, like even if we didn't do the Battle Royal, we have other options at 2. We could do Kirshner, Volkov, or something.
Yeah.
Like that, right?
And that's
Or
like a real
Morocco.
memorable. The Funk Smash is good, but this one you get the turn, which is super memorable. These are loose.
Yeah. And you get Tully and Arn on the card.
Yeah. I like it.
Without Flair.
Yeah, still
Yeah,
no
that feels
Flair
good.
on here. Okay, so 6 we've already done. 34 we've done. So now we're gonna rock all the way to WrestleMania 10.
Well, that's Razor Sean.
Okay, we have that. So we've got 15 done.
Do you just
Sorry.
want to go in order of what's left at this
I
point?
don't mean to fuck with your order.
Let's just go backwards in order. Let's go 38. So let's do
38.
Seth Cody. I think we know that.
Oh, we never did that, eh? Yeah.
Yeah.
We
As much as I want to
can
use
you
Johnny.
do Seth Cody because Seth's in the cash in?
No, we said that
we
it's
said we're going to
fine.
allow it.
Okay.
Because it's not unlike Seth fighting Orton earlier in the night and then showing up to cash in.
Yeah, that's a standard. I think that fits within the WWE construct. So I think that's
Fair enough.
I don't even think that's us like being dirty with the rules. I think it's
no,
just-
that's like
I
a
like a
legit
good
thing to do.
rule bend as much as the next guy. Check out the archives of No Holds Barred.
No, thanks.
37.
Look, you've been holding it the whole time, so let's do
Bad
Bunny.
Bunny. Yeah. Or we just put this in every slot.
Okay. Scrolling. Next up is WrestleMania 20.
Where it all begins again.
I'm gonna look at 37 just really quick. I want to make sure we're not missing anything that jumps off the page. Like Drew Lashley.
But we're not taking it as the world title. That's the issue there. Like as
Oh,
much as
right,
I
right.
like
Okay.
it.
I mean, and we can't use Cesaro Rollins. We can't
No.
use Owen Zane. We're not using either of those guys. And that's not even their best match, but I guess the only one would be Sheamus Riddle, but did we end up using Sheamus in the Hardys match, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bianca
so
Sasha's the big one, but we're not using that.
We
We've already
can't.
used that title.
we could
yeah.
use and we used Rhea Charlotte, right? So we can't use Rhea Asuka. I think it comes down to if you'd rather have Sheamus Riddle, Owen Zane or Bad Bunny.
Honestly, it's the lesser Owen Zane match.
Yeah. All right. Let's do Bad Bunny. That's what I wanted from the beginning.
Yeah.
All right. 20th is an easy one.
Yeah,
But have we used Jericho yet?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, with age. Because they say we could use Jericho Christian.
We used him at 32 with
Right.
Styles.
Is there a different one we can use at 32 or no? That's pretty landlocked, right?
Yeah, no, we're stuck with that one.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you want to do the Andre Battle Royal.
Right. So what's better, the
But now we've
Andre?
had but we've got like 5 Battle Royals on the card now. So I think we
Right.
that
So it'd be
to me
the
is
Andre and
probably-
Christian Jericho, or Tori and Sable with AJ Jericho, which is I think Christian Jericho is the best of those matches. And that Battle Royal is legit good. Like, I know we have a bunch, but like that one, That one's like really good. That's like a great battle royal.
I think if we do, I agree. It's the best battle royal they've ever done.
I have it
think
at
if we
3
do think-
1/4.
Oh no, you're thinking the wrong one here. It's not at 32 that battle royal is good.
Oh, 30. Yeah, you're right. 32 sucks. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the Baron Corbin one.
Yeah, that sucks. Well, you get DDP and
No, no.
Tatanka, but
Why don't we leave it?
well, what's the cruise? Who's in the cruiserweight open? Can we just do that?
Ray's
Get
there.
also about Dragon on there. Oh yeah, Ray's in it.
Yeah, he is.
All right, so I think we could use the evening gown.
Tori Sable, Jackie.
Oh no, we're using Sable at 14. We'd have to change that to Taka because of
That's
Sable.
fine. Let's do that.
So Taka and Aguila.
Agala, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's our only option. It's too bad we can't use Eddie Angle because we're not even using Angle, but the fucking title.
No.
There's always one guy who's left off the list.
No, it should never be Kurt Angle.
I don't know. I'm debating it. I think it's not that big of a change. Like I think Christian Jericho with that Andre, I think might be better than Tori Sable with Jericho. We lose AJ. That's the only thing. But
I just I find like we talked about the battle royals at the start, not to be a stickler to the rules, but if we take that battle royal, we've got 3 of them.
yeah, and right now we
That
only have
feels-
1 women's and 1 men's. So I mean,
Yeah.
okay, we could change 2 if you really don't want to have 2 battle
Yeah,
royals.
that's what we would do. We would change 2 if you want this one, but the 2 is so much better than this battle royal.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's fine. So 14 is now Taka Aguila for the cruiser, right? Or the
Yeah,
light
light
heavy.
heavyweight.
Is nothing else at 14? No.
Tag
we
team
can't-
battle royal? We don't have
That
a
is
tag
different
team
type of
battle
battle
royal.
royal. We'll do Taka. We'll give Taka some love.
Yeah.
All right. 9 is Crush Doink. Or Luger Perfect, I guess. We could do Luger Perfect.
If we didn't use did we use Rikishi?
No, let's do Steiner's Head Shrinkers.
Steiner's Head Shrinkers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, who would have thought 9 would have so many options?
I know, right? Because I'd be okay with Luger Perfect too, because I like both those guys, and that match is okay.
And
Yeah, we
that's
didn't use Rikishi
non-title,
at
right?
16. Correct.
Yeah.
And then all that's left is WrestleMania 8.
Oh, it's gonna hurt.
I know. All the best
Yeah,
stuff.
the
we
8-man.
can use.
It's the 8-man, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess
Owen
Bob
Hart
is
versus
the card. Or yeah, because we can't even use Martel.
No,
No, we can't use Owen.
we can't. What do we use him for?
He's in 12.
Oh, the 12. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's that 8-man because we didn't use Duggan at 4. I
And
mean,
it's
are
a
we
good
counting
thing we didn't use
Repo?
the Boss Man at 2000.
We're
because
kind of
this is where we
it
need
all
to-
comes back to that. We're kind of Repo Man and Smash as different people, right?
Yes.
I
come
think
on.
so. They're dramatically different. Like we would have used Blazer. Oh, actually, were we going to use Blazer and Owen? I don't think we were.
No.
He's in this Blue Blazer. Smash isn't ever acknowledged as Repo Man.
Listen,
WWE.
if we wanted to be sticklers, we could take Tatanka Martel and then change 5.
Yeah, which I'm not going to do. It's fine. Repo and Smash are canonically, whatever the word is, like completely separate human beings in the world of WWF. Owen Hart is acknowledged to be the Blue Blazer in storyline.
In the story, they brought it back later. Yes,
Yeah,
sure.
in storyline,
Sure.
he's acknowledged.
Cop out.
Nailed it. All right, so now here's where we put rubber to road and look to see where we messed up. So
We didn't. This one we got.
I think you nailed it. I think we did.
Okay,
You wanna run through it?
WrestleMania 1.
Yep.
WrestleMania 1, King Kong Bundy versus SD Jones.
WrestleMania 2 is the NFL versus World Wrestling Federation Battle Royal.
You're up, Tim.
In WrestleMania 3, Roddy Piper versus Adrian Adonis.
WrestleMania 4,
4,
Greg the Hammer. Oh, sorry, that's right. It's your turn. I'm used to alternating.
No, do it because it'll put the order right.
Greg the Hammer Valentine versus Ricky the Dragon Steamboat and his baby.
WrestleMania 5, the Brain Busters versus the Strike Force Carlius.
WrestleMania 6, the Colossal Connection versus not the Repo Man in Demolition.
Exactly, different guy.
WrestleMania 7, one of the greatest WrestleMania matches of all time. Macho Man Randy Savage versus the Ultimate Warrior.
WrestleMania 8, right behind that in terms of quality. The Big Boss Man, Virgil, Sergeant Slaughter, and Jim Duggan versus the Nasty Boys, Repo Man, different guy, and the Mountie.
But the sneaky part of this is you do get Ray Combs as well, which is great.
It's just a survey.
Just a survey.
survey.
I'm just reading the survey.
That's what the survey says.
WrestleMania 9, we've got the Steiner brothers versus the Head Shrinkers.
I'm so happy we got that on. It's so good.
WrestleMania 10 is our Intercontinental title match. It's a ladder match. Shawn Michaels versus Razor Ramon.
WrestleMania 11 is a celebrity match. Lawrence Taylor against Bam Bigelow.
WrestleMania 12 is the British Bulldog Owen Hart and the man they call Vader versus Yokozuna, Jake the Snake Rabbit, and Ahmed Johnson.
If his name is Jack Roberts, his whole life would be different.
I know,
WrestleMania
right?
13, Bret the Hitman Hart versus Stone Cold Steve Austin in the greatest match in World Wrestling Federation history.
WrestleMania 14, Taka Michinoku against Aguila.
WrestleMania 15, Butterbean sends Bart Gunn into orbit.
You get Vinny Paz as well there. WrestleMania 16, China and Too Cool versus Eddie Guerrero, Dean Malenko, and Perry Saturn. That held up. We never had to use Eddie.
Yeah. WrestleMania X7, Shane against Vince, Bloodbath, Linda in the wheelchair. It's all this.
WrestleMania X8, Icon versus Icon, The Rock versus Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan
WrestleMania 19. Honest, not
is
Go ahead, sir.
Trish Stratus versus Victoria versus Jazz for the women's title.
WrestleMania 20, Tori and Sable against Jackie and Stacy. Work rate match.
They at least look hot.
WrestleMania 21, the inaugural Money in the Bank.
Yes. WrestleMania 22, a hardcore match, Edge versus Mick Foley.
WrestleMania 23 for the World Heavyweight title, Batista defends against The Undertaker.
WrestleMania 24, in what could be the greatest celebrity match of all time, Floyd Money Mayweather and The Big Show.
WrestleMania 25, on the 25th anniversary of WrestleMania, we got the Miss WrestleMania Battle Royal.
At the
I'd argue it's
actual-
the worst match on the card.
Yes. At the actual 25th anniversary of WrestleMania, WrestleMania 26, Rey Mysterio versus CM Punk.
And here's the real worst match on the card.
Yeah.
Jerry the Stupid King Lawler and Michael Cole at WrestleMania 27.
WrestleMania 28, Kelly and Maria Menounos versus Beth Phoenix and Eve Torres.
WrestleMania 29, Mark Henry against Ryback.
WrestleMania 30, Daniel Bryan, Triple H.
WrestleMania 31 is our WWE Championship match, Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns, followed by the Seth Rollins cash-in.
WrestleMania 32 is Chris Jericho against AJ Styles.
Y2 AJ.
WrestleMania 33, the Hardy Boys return to take on the Good Brothers, The Bar, and Enzo and Cass in a ladder match.
Yes. WrestleMania 34 is our SmackDown Tag Team title match, the Usos against the Bludgeon Brothers and the New Day.
WrestleMania 35, the Iconics versus Sasha and Bailey versus Nia and Tamina versus Beth and Natty for the Women's Tag Team Championship.
WrestleMania 36.
Hang on. I found it.
What?
Beth effing Phoenix. WrestleMania 35 and WrestleMania 28.
Oof.
Okay, 28 we were stuck, so we have to look at 35.
Yeah.
Were we stuck on 28?
We got that Usos tag with the Bar, but that would change 34 and 33.
Take Baron Corbin.
Yes,
and Kurt
Corbin and Angle. Easy fix.
Get him on the card. Yeah.
Okay.
The most depressing Kurt Angle match to put on the
awful.
card.
I love he loses and then he's like, yeah, bye everyone after the fucking match. He doesn't even care.
Angle medal.
There it is. Firefly Funhouse, Bray Wyatt and John Cena.
WrestleMania 37, Bad Bunny and Damian Priest versus The Miz and John Morrison.
WrestleMania 38, Seth Rollins against Cody Rhodes.
And WrestleMania 39 for the SmackDown Women's Championship, Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair.
This is the best card. I mean, it's not a surprise. Mania's got the best matches, but this is like a legit amazing card. We have like maybe 3 shitty matches. The Mr. WrestleMania, Cole Lawler is terrible. But other than that, like I don't think we have anything else bad. There's like okay stuff, but then the amazing is like we have like 10 amazing matches on the show.
I know.
multiple, like a handful of 5-star matches. Brett Austin, Warrior Savage, Brian Triple H, Razor Shawn, Hogan Rock. Like that 5 alone is amazing.
Yeah. And if we present it the way that it looks and it's a 39 match card, you have to have some crap in the middle for people to get up, safely go to the bathroom, go get their concessions.
So, I think the sneaking angle in, I mean, we're not really missing, like, I think Sasha is probably like the biggest name, and Bailey, like, the two we're probably missing the most.
Ronda.
Well, Bianca's not on there either, but
Bianca's young though. She'll get there.
So I think those
Ronda.
3 and Ronda. So mainly the modern women kind of we got stuck with because they interchange so much.
Right.
And they're all in title matches all the time. They don't get like extra matches. So it's like you have to pick.
And multiple person matches. That's the problem.
Right. So you have to pick certain ones. But I think we got all the legends on. I mean, we got Andre, we got Hogan, we got Piper, we got Warrior, we got Savage, Brett, Austin, Shawn, Taker. We got Reigns, we got Brock, we got
Michael
Cena.
Cole.
Got Orton, Michael Cole, Aguila.
Yeah. I just wish that one day we can get WWE booking to the point where we can have women's matches for not title matches at WrestleMania.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
and we'll see where
WrestleMania 60,
we had Sable and Tori against Jackie and Stacy.
I know,
What
but
do you think that is?
Well, after the town cooled off, after it was set on fire, you know.
All right, so let's say this is a 2-nighter. What are your 2 main events? That's all we'll do. What are the 2 main events?
I think night 1 is Rollins cashing in.
Yep.
And night 2 is Hogan Rock.
Yeah, I think the only match you could say would, if you want to do the women's men's thing, would be do Charlotte Rhea to close night 1.
You could.
Because you could have Rollins versus Cody night 1, and then you could do the cash in night 2.
Yes.
And do it like in the middle of the show, or do it like semi-main and then go into Hogan Rock. I agree with you that Hogan Rock has to close, but
that's the last thing, as it should have closed 18. Yeah, because Brett Austin, even though it's the best match, it doesn't have the best feel for an end. You know?
No, that's going to be in the middle too. So I mean, this card is ridiculous. You're basically getting like a 5-star match every few matches. So
you know what you could end with, which didn't end its show, but you could end with is Warrior Savage. Like the end of the match is so great that you'd leave on such a happy.
Yeah, you could end night 1 with that. Yeah, you could end night 1 with that. All right.
Yeah.
All right. This is a lot of fun. Hopefully everyone, again, this one I know for sure. There's a million versions. So
this one was fun.
Yeah, there's a million versions of this one that you could do. So share some of yours. I mean, there's so many good combinations. We could do it again right now and build a whole different card that's equally as great. So check it out. We'll be back next Saturday. We'll continue our Greatest 30 World Title Change Ever project. Enjoy all the WrestleMania content and beyond. North-South Connection. Subscribe, YouTube, Podbean, all of our socials. We appreciate it. We love you. Thank you, producer Tim, for helping us out here. The Dookie's been dropped. We'll talk to you later.
Bye, jockasses.
No.